little motto. Look at that baby.
You folks, keep watching Western States Sportsman. This is your man.
I got him.
It's October 1st in Pennsylvania. First day of archery season. Dad's about 80 yards from me, trying to put a smack down on some skinheads today. It's kind of windy, it's kind of rainy. We're in the ladder stands, we got umbrellas above us, so we should be okay. But hopefully we'll get some action. The thing is, once you're up on the mountain, on top of the mountain, you literally have to wait for the deer to feed back up the mountain. So if you're hunting by fields, you see deer right at daylight. It's usually not the case on the mountain. Let's see what happens. The wind's kicked up, rain's pouring. All these deer are gonna lay up. We'll go home, regroup, maybe get a blind and get in some pine trees tonight. Maybe they'll move through there. Depends on how this rain goes. See you there. Stands, got off the mountain, came down to the lowlands. This rain's pretty bad, but the wind's not bad. You see these apple trees here? We got some nice buck rubs. We're setting up a blind right on the other side. Sadly, when we walked in, kicked up a monster we've been seeing in this field. But he's used to seeing people here this close to the road. So hopefully he'll come back, try to get to the apples, and we'll be there. But our goal is to get a doe, but we'll take that big buck. Let's see what happens. This whole bottom's apple trees. Alright, we just got settled in, and Dad's chair from sitting in the barn for 6 years dry rotted and started to rip, so he ran back to the house. We still got 4 hours, 5 hours, still dark, so we're good, and it's pouring. Got the wind definitely in our favor. But, boy, I hope that big buck comes back. He was big. Good thing is, we're right off a guy's backyard. He's always in his backyard. He always dumps stuff back here, so they're used to like some activity right here. So hopefully he'll come back for the apples. But there's 5 monster bucks. Well, 4 monster bucks, probably all over 140 inches, and one's probably about 125. But he's nice too. But we'll definitely be here in the rut. All right, see what happens. All right, it's the next day. Dad shot at a nice buck last night right after camera light, but after reviewing the footage, we could have seen the buck, but I couldn't find it on the small viewfinder with the low light.
Did you see? Did you hear anything? No, me neither.
But he kind of ran weird. But he shot right in that opening there, and as you can see, you got those branches hanging out, and you got the high growth, so they could have affected the arrow. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and look for the arrow first. If we don't find the arrow, we're going to go under this bottom and just walk it through. We had hard rain last night and snow this morning, but we have an advantage. A deer shot in the vitals, most likely, typically, will not go uphill, so we just got the bottom to look. All right, we found the arrow. It was about a 40-yard shot he took. It's probably 10 yards past where the deer was. It's stuck in the ground real hard. If he had stuck a deer at that distance, it most likely would have stayed in the deer, or we would have found it broke off as it was running off. But after we're done this, I'll show you, what exactly we were shooting into. And with the low light, you can't see most of this stuff. But whenever you think you hit a deer, make sure you give it a good effort. Don't just say I missed and walk away. Look for evidence. Even if it rained, you're going to find some evidence, and the arrow was our evidence today. I'm glad we found it. We know the deer's safe. There was nothing done. There's another day we can shoot at him again.
Amen.
Just to give you an example, this is a deer's height on the trail. And as you can see, with a low light situation, it'd be hard to see him. All right. This is where Dad took the shot from. You can see all the stuff that was in front of us. That light stuff we couldn't see in the low light. And there's where the deer was, where my daughter's standing. You can see how it can deflect very easily. But we'll remedy that this week and get rid of all that stuff in our shooting lane. Couple things to remember. Make sure your shooting lanes are clear. You find the food source, the deer. This is Ken Baney with the deer. This is Ken Baney with WesternStateSportsman.com by Dave Langston in association with theOutdoorHub.com.